Yo, what's up, guys? This is Damnation-n-Hellfire here with a headache, but I'm here. We got Ross Crow with us,
Good evening.
and we got Caleb with us. He's muted because the dog's going nuts in the background, apparently.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Uh,
Hello, everybody.
did you give that dog a good beat down and get him to be quiet?
I checked him out of back.
Oh, there you go. Cool. All right, so yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Like I said, I kind of have a headache tonight, so I don't want to be on here for a real long time. Just something I do want to tell everybody though, like a little bit of housekeeping stuff, is I just got a new job, so the show schedule might be kind of sporadic here for the next couple weeks, so we figure out exactly what's going on and everything. So just kind of bear with us while we get all that straightened out. But we'll be doing it every week. It's just a matter of it'll probably might be switching days here and there. So we'll just have to see how the scheduling goes and what's up with that. But anyway, I just want to give you all a heads up. So let's get straight into it. Bug fixes and balance changes. I noticed they changed it from bug fixes and tuning that it's always been. Now it's bug fixes and balance changes. But anyway, both of these had to do with the raid. One was they fixed the major lag issue that we had during the raid. You know, that for the one that was for the first day, I guess it was probably like the second or third hour in. Like, oh, suddenly, like, nobody could do anything. You know, you would click on your fleet to do something. It would take, like, 30 seconds to a minute before the game would even respawn that you had done anything. So that was the first one. And they fixed an issue where one of the event targets had a double turret placement. So, cool. You know, good deal. So,
yeah, that was quite an issue, actually, for people. I think it was the Hydra target, as far as I know. One of the numbers.
Well, yeah, I mean, anytime that there's only supposed to be one turret there and there's two turrets there, that's not a good thing.
Right.
I mean, you know, maybe if you were drunk and playing, I could understand. You know, it's like, oh, I see two turrets there, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were drunk when they programmed it, and I was like, oh, I only see one turret, man. They also posted about the changes to the March FM. Ross, you want to go over those?
Sure. The target transitions. Well, it's going to start off. We got the 115 is going to remain until the April event with reducing points each week. So they're going to start with the new 112 target. It's going to be viable for the Inferno Dragons. Now, fully ranked, retrofitted, and equipped icebreaker fleets with the Visago icebreaker is also going to be tuned for this. So they also say that fully ranked, retrofitted, equipped dual Zelos monolith fleets will work in these new 112s. So that's good to hear for myself. I was concerned. So
okay, and this is just me being me, you know. But if fully ranked and retrofitted icebreakers are going to work on it, and the fully equipped dual Zelos as monolith fleets are going to work on it, then why are we even switching targets? Because it sounds like the new target, everything that worked on the 115 is going to work on the 112. So, like, I'm not sure why we're even changing targets, to be honest.
No, I don't have the answer to that. It seems a little strange myself. They're going forward, then backward, then forward, backward. I mean, was the 115, did they say it was tuned for fully ranked, retrofitted, equipped icebreakers before?
I'm sure it was designed for fully ranked icebreakers, not fully retrofitted, because we didn't have retrofits at that
right.
Point.
Okay.
But, I mean, the way my pardon me, the way my icebreakers ended up faring in 115 by the time they were done dicking around with everything, I probably needed to be fully retrofitted to do any good in those things.
Right. I mean, that's kind of what I thought was my thinking. It was what I was getting to. So I was trying to think that if they think that the old 115 was viable with icebreakers, then possibly this isn't either. You know, in all honesty, the 115 was, you could do the 115 with icebreakers, but the damage wasn't acceptable.
Yeah, it just seems like, and I don't know, we'll know more obviously tomorrow when we see the target, but it almost just seems more like they just like wasted a whole lot of time making a whole new target for no real reason.
Yeah, I myself, I'm good. I think I have some new hulls ready to go, but I think it is strange. I don't see a need, but here we go over the point reduction system, and here's for the March FM points, and just like they said, they're going to start reducing the 117, the 115, the 112, and the 111. Now, starting the 21st, the
Well,
one set.
just to clarify, look, I'm pretty sure the 115 is the only one that's getting reduced.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just reading the chart. I guess you're correct. So the 115 is going to be the only one going down, and it's going to be on the 21st. Well, no, the 28th will be the first reduction, actually, to 200.
Well, no, it'll be actually the 21st because we had been getting 300,000 points for him. So starting this week, we'll only get 250,000. And then next week, it'll be down to 200,000. And then the following week after that, it'll be down to 150,000.
Okay. So we'll end up at 150 on 4/4.
Yeah, and I think the week after that is the raid, and then I think the week after that, the 115 will not be around at all anymore.
Okay. I actually didn't think they're going to be around, after this last raid. So
I kind of have the feeling maybe that's what they were shooting for, and then there was a bunch of blowback from the community, and then they said, well, maybe we'll do it this way. I mean, that's good to give people a transition period,
Right. I'm glad we're going to have the 112, in all honesty. That's how I think that's what I'll be hitting. I mean, I don't know yet, so I'll wait to see.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of anxious because, like, by the end of not this week, but by the end of next week, I'll have 4 Inferno Dragons completely done, completely ranked, and completely built. So I'm kind of anxious to be able to start trying them in the 117s and see how that's going to go. So we got some new prizes. Let's start with tier 5 stuff. Caleb, you want to go over the launcher?
Yeah, this is going to be the new radioactive tier 7 siege launcher. It's going to be for the, what's it called? The Hydra.
Yeah.
It's going to be for the Hydra. Like, it's going to be for the Hydra for the raids, and it's looking a lot better than the one that come out with them, to be honest. The projectile speed 350, accuracy is 20, the range is 70 to 95, damage is 2,890, reload time 4 seconds, multi-shot 5, shockwave damage 17,250, building damage is 17,773. I'm gonna have to open YouTube up to see the bottom one.
The stack duration, which is 60 seconds.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you guys this: like, for whoever's using Hydras, have you found that even with the old launchers, your Hydras have any difficulty killing them? You think?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my launchers didn't do that good this raid for some reason.
Well, yeah, but I don't think it was. I think it was because the damage was cranked way up. It's not like it was because your turrets didn't kill it. It wasn't because your weapons didn't kill shit, right?
They killed a little, but they took a shit ton of damage at the same time.
Well,
in the end,
but again, I'm saying that's because the damage was cranked way up. It's not because you weren't managing to kill stuff. It was because the other stuff that you weren't at yet was like, pounding the crap out of you.
Yeah.
Because I know myself, I've yet to run across a turret like with my Hydras. It's like, man, it's taken me a long time to kill this. It's usually 1 or 2 volleys and the turret's dead.
Yeah, they're gonna up the damage in this raid and make it a little harder because it's the last one of the full season.
Correct. But also on the same token, I've only been using 1 Hydra to do all my damage during this whole raid cycle so far. So my next raid cycle, I'll have 2 Hydras doing damage. So, I just, if you got tokens and you want to refit this weapon, that's cool. But if you're like pressed for shipyard time, I wouldn't worry with it. It's kind of the end point that I'm getting to.
Yeah, I think that when the upgrade weapons, enhancement weapons are good for those with tokens. In all honesty, that's when I use my tokens and those type of things for from the TLCs. And I wait. I'm not going. I don't worry about instantly rushing out and putting on the latest and the greatest on these. Not like with something like this, but I'll upgrade them slowly with my tokens because it obviously. I mean, it is a superior weapon just by stat wise. I'm not a Hydra person, but when I go to build them with my tokens, I will use this. I mean, I'll use this weapon.
And yeah, Mike just brought up in chat too that about how one of the problems with Hydras is if you're just like autoing or whatever, you get those buoys that get dropped within your inside of your minimum range, and you kind of end up just sitting there and not shooting at them. But you won't move either because it says it's in your range. So yeah, you can always put like short range launchers on. I personally probably, if I were worried about it and I autoed with them, I'd probably put flamethrowers on mine. Just I like flamethrowers and I think they're cool. But that's just me. But yeah, I still would love to know why they started to decide that launchers had to have like a minimum range of 70. It's like, okay, whatever.
I think it's to do with the projectile speed, because the higher you go, the faster it's going to fall and kill the target.
But what's that have to do with the minimum range, though?
And not much. I mean, nothing. But that donut, in all honesty, has caused an issue with targeting and pathing. I mean, it made it so it's not supposed to be an auto haul. In all honesty, so I mean, I hear the arguments of people. I don't use it myself, but I would be upset. I wouldn't like the things being dropped inside minimum range that I couldn't shoot. That. So I understand their frustration.
I don't think they did it just to be a pain in the ass myself, but what do I know?
Okay, this is the new launcher Supercharge, and it's for that probably to go with that launcher or any other launcher ships you got, because there's no permanent class or selection of hulls it got to go to. It's a tier 7 weapon. Tier 7 weapon. Weapon weight is plus 35.
That's a hefty boy there. Hefty boy.
Yeah.
The bonus combat speed is 30%. And the supercharge is ×6. The launcher supercharge is ×6. And the shockwave damage is plus 40%.
Cuttlefish is asking, is this special stacks with the old Hydra special? I honestly don't know because I haven't checked that in the game yet. I've been working on other builds myself, so I haven't really looked much at my Hydra. I would assume probably not, though. Because usually escalation specials don't stack with the original specials 9 times out of 10. But I cannot say for sure, as I haven't specifically looked for that. So.
Boy, it's a big one. But did you see that ×6 though? I mean,
yeah, that ×6 is pretty impressive.
It really is.
That's the best one we've had so far.
Yeah, I was gonna say with that ×6, maybe we'll see some boom happening, as opposed to look, my launcher just killed my target before it ever got a boom off.
Right, and 40% shockwave damage. That's big too, really. I mean, this could be a big one. So. Well, we can go to the rockets.
Yeah, who's going to say what's covering the rockets? I can't remember anymore.
Me. I will here.
Okay, go.
It's the Siege Rockets L100CT. Now, these are Conqueror Defender. Now, they're Legion. They're tier 7. It's their explosive damage type. Now, the weight is 750 tons, and the projectile speed's 350. The splash on these is 15. The spread is 150, so it's a pretty good spread. The range is 90. Damage is 8,992. The salvo with 3. Now here's the kicker: reload time of 1. So this thing really reloads. Really reloads. Wall damage 26,976. Building damage 17,984. It does have flak evasion also 75%, so that's pretty big. Concussive deflection now. So this is also a concussive deflection to armor bonus with it of 105,404. It does have a concussive pass-through of 360 and wall evasion 67%.
Well, that's a new evasion.
We've had wall evasion before. I think people just never really paid a whole lot of attention to it, I think.
Right.
It was usually for rockets. That way the rockets can fly up over top of the walls and hit the turrets before they had to go through them.
Right. Like some would go over, some would go, a certain percentage would make it over.
Yeah, I wish they would have came out with this rocket at the same time they came out with the Onslaught, honestly. Because I have a rocket build Onslaught that I put a bunch of twin fire rockets on that came out with the Inferno. And now I got to spend all this time taking those off and putting these on. So, I mean, I like the rockets. Don't get me wrong. I just wish they would have come out with it a little sooner so I didn't have to waste more time on the refit.
I'm going to try and I'm going to put 1 or 2 on my missile cruisers.
Just for the concussive deflection?
It's not just for that. It's for the damage as well. If you get too close and them subs or something, and it kills them faster too.
All right on. Right on.
No,
like you said,
I'm in the same.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm in the same boat as Damnation. I have a rocket Onslaught. I actually think it's one of my favorite hulls. But I would have used this in conjunction maybe with it. But I like it. I like this rocket. The stats look great. So we'll see. I'll be putting it on. I mean, I don't see any reason not to. I mean, do you see any downfalls here?
No. I mean, the range is really good. It's like 32. 22 longer than most rockets that we have. But so when you add this, you could add this with on your defender hulls with that one that goes with rocket range. I forget what it is. Flail warheads, I think, or whatever. You get some pretty hefty range there. Although, I don't know necessarily that I would want to put these on my hopes or anything, just because these are primarily do increase wall and building damage. But I mean, I suppose you could if you wanted to.
But though these rockets are going to be targeting ships as well, so it's probably going to splash the island from the rockets as well.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see how the Splash 15 works out.
And especially with this new armor too.
Sorry.
It's going to be badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really irritated that I have to refit my Onslaughts again.
But there you go. Okay, and with this, we also have the lowered explosive mount special. It's also Forsaken. It's also whole class on this one is Garrison. So I think you can put this on anything if you wanted to not. I mean, it's not limited to Conqueror Defender. This is Garrison. So it's explosive.
Well, I mean, I don't. Yeah, you can't put it on Conquerors or Defenders because there are no Conqueror Defender Garrisons. So
right. So this is just Garrison. It's a separate.
Like your Inferno Dragons or your Icebreakers or whatever.
Yep. And now this one here, it explosive range reduction, but it does an explosive damage increase. So you're going to have a explosive range reduction of 25%. Explosive damage increase is 10%. In defense, however, you're going to get 30% explosive and penetrative defense, along with a 30% bonus combat speed boost. So you're going to get some defense and combat speed, and you're really going to give up range. I don't know.
So I guess these are mainly for like Inferno Dragons, I'm guessing.
I I think that range is important.
I do too. I'm not a big fan of these.
Okay, well, I really don't. I'm not willing to give up range personally. I hope if somebody finds a good use to this, great, because the buffs are good and the combat speed's great, but you give up range, I don't know.
Yeah, because I know, like in the 117s, like to kill those little bitty, I guess they're EMC destroyers or whatever that are in that target. It takes every bit of your range not to get shot at by the mastodons inside base. So, like, I have no idea why you would wanna lose your range there. I really have no idea.
Right, and if you try not killing those first, and you just go for the target and just run it, it's almost instant death for me. I mean, you don't do well. I'll say that if you don't try to outrange those little destroyer ships. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody might find use for it, but I don't think I'll be using it unless somebody stumbles across something amazing that I didn't think of. Oh, and then in Tier 4, we got the new dual deflection armor that gives you ballistic and radioactive deflection. The most interesting thing about this is it is not limited. So you win this once, and you can build as many of them as you want.
Why didn't it bring this out at the start? It would have saved everybody fussing around, refitting, and refitting. But now they want us to refit this on the local, the latest siege stuff that we got.
Well, I was thinking that too, and I guess I don't know. Like, I'm of two minds about it because, like, I still like the individual ones better because you can more customize exactly what you want at that point. But I don't know. It's I don't know. Don't know. That's all I can tell you. I don't know. Maybe they're planning on getting away from the limited charge armors totally, and they're just going to go to these dual ones from now on that you win at once and you can build as many as you want. But yeah, this is for This is for the siege hulls and the generalist hulls. It's a Tier 6 armor, 167 tons. It gives you 20 ship deflection and 20 structure deflection. Of course, as we said, this is for ballistic and radioactive. Your pool for each is 63,612, and it reduces by 3,000. Your minimum radioactive damage you can take is 1. Ballistic defense plus 18%, and radioactive defense plus 18%. So, but like looking over this, and Cuddle just pointed out in chat too, that like the deflection values are fairly low on this one compared to the other ones, I'm pretty sure. Let me log into the game real quick and see what the deflections on the other ones are.
I think he's correct. When I looked over it before, you're being, not only can you customize it, and you could go 3 and 1 or 2 and 2 or however with the other armor, but the armor pool was greater.
I will say this though, something that should definitely not be overlooked is by putting this armor on, you're getting 18% to both ballistic and radioactive. So, that's in the world of PvE where, your defensives are still really important. That's definitely not something that should be overlooked.
Right. I mean, that's good too. I mean, that's pretty big.
But yeah, like I'm looking at the ballistic charged armor just real quick off the top of my head, and it's got like 4 times the deflection value that one does. That one has 3,000, but this one has 12,000. And yeah, the rate same with the radioactive, and the I think actually that is quarter good in the deflection values and the deflection pool of what the regular 2 are.
Okay, so it's a step down. It's a really.
Yeah, but will it go with the single ones, if you put these on, will it stack with the other ones or not?
Well, I would assume so. I don't know why it wouldn't.
But weren't there a limit that they would allow you to go? About 12K?
Oh, you're talking. Well, which are you talking? What stack? The amount of deflection or the deflection pool? Deflection pool.
The deflection pool.
Yeah, the deflection pool will stack. The deflection amount that you're reducing by will not stack.
Right.
That's okay. I thought I cleared it up. Uh-oh.
And we also got the Garrison CIC. So yeah, for those of you who are rushing out to build your chameleon fleets to do your FM with, I'm sure there's tons of you. You know, you'll be able to put the CIC on your chameleons. It's 3,000 weight. You'll get plus 25% building and wall damage. Ballistic defense minus 100%. Explosive defense plus 20%. Concussive minus 100. Penetrating plus 20. Radioactive and corrosive minus 100%. There is a bonus effect applied to each chameleon. It's an R cap of 5. It affects all friendly ships, and they will get 20% explosive defense, 20% penetrative defense, 15% combat speed, 15% splash reduction, 15% turn speed, and they will be cold snap immune. So, I don't know, not really a whole lot to say about this. There's, to the best of my knowledge, there's not people rushing out to their local shipyards to build fleets upon fleets of chameleons. So, not a whole lot really to say about this.
Well, burn them all.
You guys got anything on this or not really?
Well,
not really.
I know people that are be building them. Some people will be building them for expeditions. So I think that they'll have a place for those people that do the expeditions. But I'm just not one of those players. So
honestly, I don't think they'll even, especially in expedition fleets, I don't think they will, because people will be more putting the Voyager CICs on that are made specifically for expeditions.
Okay.
But yeah, I could be wrong, but that's the way I see it anyway.
Yeah, I don't do them, so I can't.
Yeah, the Voyager CIC is the one that gives you like bonus payouts for each.
Okay.
You know, so I'm like, well, if that's what you're building it for, it would only make sense to put the bonus one on there in the first place, you know?
Right.
Oh, then we got the MC Plate 1. Kalen, I think you said you wanted to cover this one.
There you go.
Yeah, this is a tier 7 armor. It's like the new ones, but without one of the deflections. It's for hull class, Conqueror, Defender, tier 7. Armor points is 1,000. Weight is 900 ton. Penetrative deflection is... what the hell?
Massive.
Massive. Yeah.
281,076.
Yeah.
I gotta zoom in on this shit. It's too small on my screen right now.
Okay.
And then for ballistic deflection, you got 618,368. And of course, you got the 360 pass throughs, equipped cap of 3, just like all the other ones, and then 15-minute repair duration.
Well, that's better. I can see it clearly now.
This thing, I don't know. There's some crazy deflection numbers on there.
Yep, they give us a turret to stop the missiles, and now they release the armor to make the missile ships impenetrable again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm glad I got a good 3 days use out of my Howies that I put in my base. Good job, Howies. You were relevant for 3 days.
And how many attacks did you hoard off?
0.
So, yeah.
Well, no, I can't say that. One, there was somebody who tried to hit me today, but I'm not even sure if it was the Howie, because I don't think even he hit me twice, and I don't think he did 25% even between the 2 hits.
Very good. Welcome, Vikes.
Oh,
hey, Dan the man.
Hey, I made it.
There you go.
Good deal.
Yeah.
we're just starting to talk. We're just talking about the armor here. How it's just coming out tomorrow. Have you got a chance to take a look at it yet, or what are your thoughts?
I like it really. It has that ballistic deflection is massive.
Yeah,
I guess the thing is, and as always, you know, it's the two sides of the camp. The base hitters are going to love this, and the base defenders are going to feel like they just got shafted yet again.
Don't we all get shafted anyhow?
I think we all knew it was something. We know this is coming. I think we just didn't know it was coming this soon. I mean,
yeah, well, we knew,
right?
Yeah, we knew that this here plate was coming. We were waiting for it.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, and this is what my mind tells me from what I'm seeing, is that obviously they didn't put enough research and time into really looking at those two new turrets when they put them out, and they made them way overpowered. And this is like a Band-Aid to fix the problem that they have created.
It took them long enough.
So, I mean, is that the same way you guys are looking at it?
Now that you mention it, yeah, because the onslaughts come out, died instantly.
Yeah, because now that you don't see all the base hitting going on right now, you don't see a lot of it in the big bases anymore. The last 3 days.
I totally agree. The swing went too big, and it just did. And so they immediately went, "Oh my gosh, we just ended base hitting," and they didn't totally end it, but it sure dropped, drastically with the new turret. And so I think that, I mean, I knew it was coming. I just didn't. I thought I'd have a little bit longer. Really. That's all.
I mean, I don't know. It's for somebody like me who was actually starting to look into getting back into serious PvP and really wanted to maybe have a go at it again, something I used to have a lot of fun at. Something like the massive swings that are happening currently make me just want to be like, no, I don't think so. Not if I'm going to spend, my time building, a fleet, and then within, a week have it be obsolete, and then get a new base defense gun, and in 3 days have that be obsolete. It just, the changes are too rapid currently.
I think being part of a top player is there was rapid, being able to do the rapid changes, and making them even shorter periods in between is going to make it harder on that same group of players.
Yeah, it's going to turn strictly into wallet wars. In my personal opinion.
Wait there. So, Hellfire, are you actually coming back to base hitting now after seeing this armor appear?
No, after seeing this is when I was trying to get back into base hitting before I saw all this. Now that I've seen all this, I really have no interest to get back into base hitting anymore.
Well, that's the difference. I said me, Ross, and Kalen, we like hitting bases.
I cannot afford to be refitting my boats every other fucking week. I just can't.
I just hit Rick, and I died in his base too.
No, I understand. The swings are a little rapid for me to have enjoyment. In all honesty, I just want a little bit of more. And even if I'm getting my door kicked in, let's just say on my base, truly, if we got to swing a little longer, I would prefer that myself. I don't know about the general how the community feels about it, because I know that there's a great deal of the masses want their bases not be able to just get run through. But on the other hand, we don't want to end base hitting, because that's the fun.
That's part of the game,
right? And in all honesty, I think that you still can stop the hauls. You still can. I think that
they're not unstoppable.
Well, they won't be. I don't. Right. Without the new turret, they're not unstoppable. Now, this new Howie made it. without this armor right here, they did. They actually did. So
Yes, they did.
This is a Band-Aid. I think this is I think Damnation was correct. I think this is. They just went, whoa, what do we do? And here's their fix to it.
I mean, here's the biggest problem I see in this is, you know, they know what their game plan is. You know, they see what they have mapped out for, like, you know, the next 6 months or the next year or however long. Yeah. And they know what's coming, so they know where we're going to end up with after all these changes are said and done. But my big concern is the people who are singing these massive swings before we actually get to that balance. I have no idea what's upcoming and what the roadmap is, are going to be like me and just be like, dude, I'm not wasting my time and my effort and my money into building this shit. Just have it out, you know, not work then in like a week or two, you know?
Right. And we're talking a great deal of money. And seriously, if you're going to coin this stuff. And so I understand what you're saying, because, and especially I was thinking that we want to, I like to encourage base hitting, not just the PvE side. So, and they really were starting, I thought, to do that with the community, not just with you. In general, I thought making the bounty, the targets, map targets, people's bases, that kind of thing promotes base hitting to me in a way. And so I thought we were doing this big push. So I'd like to see the drastic swings, you know, just not go so fast. So we can get a little, I don't know, a little enjoyment out of them, at least.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like, I don't know, like, have players test the turrets before you put them out. And so they can tell you, dude, this is way over the top. As opposed to, okay, well, they've been out now for a couple weeks. They are way over the top, you know. Well, I mean, shit, Valley didn't even get a couple weeks. You know, so I don't know. I think the big problem, though, is the lack of us having vision and knowing where they're headed. As far as, okay, and this is where we're going to end up with all this. They say by the time it's all said and done, things are going to be balanced, but it's really hard to see that at this point in time.
Right.
You're correct. But that's just my personal feelings on that whole mess. Just a little side note for the FM, the C1M and C1X that are in prize pack 4 will be limited to 2 per week redemptions for a total of 6 between now and the April event. So you can only get 2 of those a week, and so you'll get a total of 6.
That's it, I think. Nope, one more. VXP weekend.
Yeah.
Go on, Vux. Go on, Vux. As you joined in halfway through.
Yeah, right. You can do VXP weekend. There you go.
Yay, VXP weekend. All right. It's from Friday, 3:23 at 9 a.m. PST time to Monday, 3:26 at 9 a.m. PST time.
Actually, that's PDT time.
Yeah, PDT time. Sorry.
Apparently, daylight saving times happens in the midst of the VXP weekend.
Yeah. This is your chance to rank your siege hulls. Robot raiders, unidentified raiders, the 55 skirmish style targets will spawn the entire time. Salvage and elite targets will have 2 times the VXP payout the whole time. An unidentified raiders level 100 siege style target will only spawn from Friday at 9 a.m. to Saturday at 9 p.m. You cannot retreat from the target. All other VXP targets are not affected. Upon destruction of this target, you will get a payout of 3 Defender class VXP tokens, 10k VXP each.
I like those tokens. I mean,
yeah,
I haven't used any for a long time. I got like 21 of them stocked up in my base, but they are nice.
Yeah, I have a few stocked up. I haven't used any yet, but I have some.
So, what are you guys going to be ranking this VXP weekend? I know I have a dragon to rank. I have 2 chameleons and a chameleon prime to rank. I have, well, obviously I have a proto hunter to rank. I think I still have 1 missile cruiser that I need to finish ranking. And so, yeah, I'm going to be quite busy on VXP weekend.
Yeah, it still won't take too long. That's not a whole lot. I got about the
I hope
same
you
to
got
do.
a point to repair, so you can do it faster.
I'm sitting with I got a fleet of those, the new proto thing, along with the ship that we got, and then I have four. I built 4 other hulls. They're blank, but I'm gonna throw them in and rank them just to have. I have also an onslaught that I picked up. You know that we could have 5 now, so I picked up one of those and I built it shell, and so I might as well rank it. But that's about all I have myself. I've been able to keep up with the Conquer class tokens in the R&D. I really love those.
Dude,
yeah.
I'm so terrible at remembering to do that. I like the work for remembering to do that.
I know. I need an alarm to keep reminding me to put them in.
I think one of my problems a lot of times too is I just can't be bothered to go out and farm titanium sometimes. You know, I'm just like, oh, I need to do on the VXP token. I'm like, oh man, it's 10,000 titanium and we have 8,000. Fuck it. You know, that's
but see, that's kind of why I'm kind of thinking on using those hulls to do the expedition for titanium all the time, since that's the one I hate doing so much.
Yeah, you know, they came out with this prototype seeker to make doing the uranium target seekers, but they needed to come out with like a prototype Phoenix to make doing those titanium target seekers is what they really needed to do.
Yeah,
I use my Skyfires, so I don't worry about it.
that's what I do too.
I'm gonna trash my Phoenix.
I never built Skyfires.
So my Phoenix are gonna get trashed. They're no good for anything, really.
Oh, I love doing like the titanium targets I can do with my Phoenixes. I just get tired of driving them.
Well, I say I auto about eight targets before, and then put my fleet in overnight to repair.
That's what I do too with my Skyfires. I mean, I auto them, and just when they damaged, I throw them in.
TLC this week, we got going to March to War. Of course, this is the one you want to use your Fang Tubes to do. The first prize pack, you get Siege Reloader, and you will get 25k VXP Eviscerator tokens. Second prize pack, you get Chaos Chain Gun and 25k VXP Eviscerator tokens. Third prize pack, you will get Kinetic Motion Launcher. That's your big OP gun. And hey, guess what? You'll get another 25k Eviscerator VXP token. And then for your mastery run through, you will get an Eviscerator for each time you complete it. You'll get a 3-day Conqueror build token for each time you complete it. And you will get a 25k VXP Eviscerator token for every time you complete it. So you're going to have tons of Eviscerator VXP tokens by the time you're done this campaign. But more importantly, if you complete all 5 mastery rounds, you're going to have 15 days of Conqueror class build tokens, which I've said a couple times now, because this is probably, what, the 3rd or 4th time we've had this campaign. This is by far one of my favorite campaigns, you know, because 15 days worth of Conqueror build tokens is freaking huge.
Especially with the low build times on the new Conquer hulls coming out every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is huge, and I gotta say, for those that are not good at sub driving or have bad connection, I'm myself am playing away from home right now, and so the connection issue with the subs makes it hard. But I gotta say that, you know, even if you end up, I figure if I in all the stages all the way up to, I might have to repair, you know, truly coin the repair once, and then I'll be able to finish it off with what's left with a new fleet, and I can repair that overnight is my plan for the mastery. And that's, I suggest, you know, for those that have really bad connection or just are crappy sub drivers.
Well, oh yeah, I was just getting ready to say, Ross, this time you can use your connection, but what's your excuse the other times when you're?
Well, yeah, it really.
It's the driving.
It is. It can be. It really can. I get lucky every now and then, and that's how I feel. When I do it really well, I'm happy. But I just plan on it me sucking. That's how I look at it. And
I suck.
but then I'm not upset. But that way, and I got to tell you, no matter what, well, my to coin my subfleet is not. It's truly a lot less than 3 days worth of Conqueror build class tokens. So I suggest everybody try this, even if they're tired of the Fangtooth TLCs. I understand, I am too, but these are great, and so get out there and do them.
Yeah, get out there and do it, Ross.
I think I said that last time about this TLC too. That's my only complaint. That, like, I wish they would do some variety. Have the same prize pack, but do it like a Phoenix setting, an assault campaign, or do it in like a siege campaign or something like that. Just to give us a little variety, because I'm pretty sure we're all freaking sick of driving Fangtooth at this point.
Yeah, I am.
I lost my fangs tooth as soon as I joined the battle. I hate them.
But I mean, one good thing about this campaign too, since if you don't want to hang on to these until the new Conqueror comes out in Bounty or whatever, with that new armor that just came out, I can see these tokens being really useful for refitting armor.
I think that's why Kicks brought it back out, because they know.
No, they bring it out. They bring it out every time right before Bounty, so people can do it and have the tokens build the new boat that comes out for Bounty.
Why can't they change the damn fleets you need to use?
Yeah, that would be nice. Let hunters hit them all.
They're, like I said, or do for assault or siege or something. Just give us the same prize pack, just in a different environment to win it.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to go over the Survivor changes and retros?
I can do the Survivor right off the bat. We're going to just do the Survivor. We have R1 as is splash from 0 to 25% and slow resistance 0 to 10%. R2, we're going to have explosive deflection 0 to 190,000. Explosive pass-through is going to go from 0 to 20. R3, we're going to have concussive deflection at 110,000 to 500,000, or wait a second, to 50,000. No,
that's 11,000 to 50,000.
It's 50,000.
11,000. I'm sorry, that's why I misread it. So 11,000 to 50,000, and corrosive deflection pass through 0 to 72,500. And corrosive pass through 0 to 20. R4 ballistic deflection is going to go from 0 to 200,000, and penetrative deflection was going to go from 150,000 to 529,000. Radioactive deflection 0 to 50,000. No, 500,000. I'm sorry. And ballistic pass through is
50,000 was correct.
I'm sorry. Okay. And ballistic pass through is 0 to 20. Radioactive pass through is 0 to 20. And then R5, we're going to have max weight is going to change on this one. It's going to go from 9,150 tons to 11,860 tons. So splash damage reduction is going to go plus 10%. Building damage is going to increase to 25%. Ballistic damage is going to go up from 25% to 50%, and tactical field resistance is going to increase from 0 to 30%. These are some pretty good, ups, I'd say.
Let me ask you this though, and I haven't really looked at all the months of times yet, because you kind of have to do the retros until you see what each stage is time wise. But based off, say the icebreakers, I'm going to go say it's going to take like a month to get these up to R5. Do you think a month from now, by the time you get them to R5, they're going to be relevant at all anymore?
No.
So I'm really confused with some of the selections they're making for these retrofits currently.
I couldn't tell you. But I said, with 2 ships going to R1 is only about a day and a half.
Yeah, and then it usually goes up to like, 2 days for the next one, then it jumps up to like 4 days, and then like 8 days, and then like 13 days for R5 or something. So like roughly, you're looking like a month to get the whole thing done.
Yeah, I was looking at how long it took. I was like, yeah, I say first one isn't so bad, and then after that, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Who wants to do the rage? All right, Dan, you can do the rage. I'm just gonna start nominating.
Not a problem. Not a problem. R1, you get your supercharge up to from 1.3 up to 1.4. And
Yes, a 0.1 increase. Yes,
it's awesome, isn't it? And tactical field resistance goes from 25% to 30%. On R2, your radioactive reload is from plus 50 to plus 75. Your radioactive deflection goes from 0 to 50,000, and your radioactive pass-through from 0 to 20. At R3, your splash damage reduction from 0 to plus 10%. And the evade bonus goes from 0 to 5%. R4, the ballistic deflection from 4,000 to 310,000. And your penetrative deflection from 20,000 to 400,000. And at R5, your max weight increases from 9,150 ton to 11,860 ton. And the explosive deflection from 10,000 to 100,000. And your concussive deflection from 0 to 110,000. And your corrosive deflection from 15,000 to 90,000. And your concussive pass-through is 0 to 20.
All right, so here's my question, and I don't know if it's been asked on forums, and I don't know if you guys have seen it answered. Please feel free to let me know, you guys on the panel or you guys in the chat. So the Rage is going to get this buff. What about the Raina's Rage?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering myself. That was my big thing. So what about the Arena Rage?
Yeah, and it'll be the same for the next one. The Prides get a buff, but what about the Masaga's Pride? So let's face it, unless the flags are getting a buff too, what's the point in even doing this?
That is correct. That's what I was looking for. I said, what about the Arena? Where's the Arena in this? That could make the fleet, halfway decent again.
Can it? I mean, are these stats high enough to handle what's out there right now? Will penetrative deflection 400,000 be enough? Will 300?
For top end bases, no, but for those middle of the road bases, yeah.
Right, I agree.
For bases that don't have the new Howie or the new or the Executioner 2, that would be a hell of a good thing for these Rages to have to be able to get into those bases. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm sure they're not going to give year-old fleets at this point in time. I guess Rages, they're not going to give it a buff to where suddenly, it's getting in top level bases again.
Yeah, well, a lot of us had Rages that were going super fast through the channels anyhow, so it's not like a lot was hitting it to start out with. It was the thing,
right?
But yeah, I mean, I think for the getting the concussive deflection and the what else did it get? Well, the concussive deflection especially, and the radioactive deflection. Those two things will make it very feasible for mid-level players to be using to get in bases again.
Oh yeah.
And when I say mid-level, of course, that refers to tech level, not so much player level number.
That's yes.
So I guess we can take a look at the prize here real quick too. Kalen, you want to do the pride? Are you there, Kalen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You want to do
I'm here. I was having a drink.
All right.
The Pride R1 structure dips DPS is 0.
Sorry,
I said dips. I am 0 to 500 and slow resistance 0 to plus 10%. R2 corrosive deflection 0 to 14,000. No.
145,000.
I was going to say, I couldn't pronounce it properly.
You guys have
the corrosive
numbers.
pass through 0 to 20. R3 ballistic deflection 24,000 to 370,000. I had it that time, Mike. And penetrative deflection 0 to 185,000.
You got that one right first time. Good job.
Penetrator's pass through is 0 to 20. R4 evade bonus plus R4 evade bonus 20% to 25%. Someone was echoing. I don't know.
I don't hear anything.
All right, that's probably my headset. Who was I? R4 evade bonus.
Structure DPS 500 to 1500, and concussive deflection 6,000 to 10,000, and radioactive deflection 0 to 41,000, and radioactive pass through 0 to 20.
Yeah, R5 max weight 9,150 ton to 11,860 ton, and multi shot from 0 to +1, and scattergun reload plus 50% to plus 60, and explosive deflection from 0 to 470,000, and explosive pass through is 20 probably because I can't see.
Yeah, it's 0 to 20.
Oh, look at that! I said it without even looking properly.
Well, there you go. So there again, I'd love to know whether the flagship gets these benefits. I would assume, honestly, unfortunately, I would assume probably not, because I'm pretty sure we've always had to do everything for flagships separate from the regular boats. But I don't know, maybe they've done something different this time and it'll apply to the flag, but I kind of doubt it.
Well, they might apply it right to the flag and just have it done, because you never see anything done for the flag. They just automatically apply it to them when they decide to.
Well, I don't know, because, like, for example, when they did retros for the Highlander, well, yeah, I guess they did later go back and do it for the flags. Initially, when the retros first came out, they didn't apply to the flags, but then they did go back and do it. So, yeah, maybe they will apply to the flags when they come out. We can cross our fingers and hope.
We can just beg for them to do it. That's about it.
Matter of fact, let me check something. Because I think at some point in time today I saw somebody asking a question about it, but I don't know whether that question was ever answered. Talk amongst yourselves while I go check on that.
You know, those are going to make, those mid-level, the older fleets, you know, pretty good without having to refit them, you know, in all honesty. So
if you haven't scrapped them yet.
I have. I mean, so I don't know. I have the rages still. I can't believe I do, but I don't have the prides.
Yeah, I don't think I have the prides either, but I think I have a couple rages. I do have the two survivors.
I have the survivors, but I just, you know, I use them for the benefit. I think they're
ballistic. Yeah, the benefit of the ballistic, yeah.
But they weren't really, you know, I don't know. They weren't that great for me.
I was using survivors clear up until they got rid of the bounty occupied bases, because survivors were actually making really good tanks in those for sloths.
Oh, all right.
I liked my prides when I had them. I scrapped them. I scrapped my last one the other day.
Yeah, I loved the pride in its day. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good ship.
I still got a full fleet of rages though, because I autoed the old bounty targets with them when they had the jackpots come out.
Oh yeah. You just sent in anything you had.
Yeah, I used to hit about 4 or 5 89s with them and then repair.
Oh, that's not bad. I mean,
But when I landed in your sectors, I could never find them.
I don't even do them near my alliance in bounty. I mean, my base is there, but my fleets are not even close because there's nothing there. The targets are gone, and that happens to all large alliances. And so I've noticed that some large alliances are scattering throughout the worlds, and that's a really good idea also.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess the big good takeaways from this week's show are, yay, we got the March to War TLC back, so there's 15 days worth of Conqueror tokens for you. The new rocket in the FM for Conqueror hulls is looking pretty tasty, I have to say, with the big 90 range it has. And the new armor is 50-50 at this point in time. I mean, yeah, it's good for, you want to go out and hit bases, get bases and stuff. It's good for that. But I think it also, like, swung the pendulum back too far to the other side again. Where it's like, oh, now my Howies that I just got done building 2 days ago are now totally freaking worthless.
So, you never know. You never know.
I feel like that was what, like 50 million points in the raid because it was, well, no, it was what, 30, probably 40 million points, 15 for each turret itself, and then 10 for the special, I think it was. So yeah, that was probably like 40 million points in the raid that it's looking like I didn't really even need to get, honestly, at this point.
Hey, Mike.
What?
But now that it's only 2, but you don't know how many players are going to have on there, have so many armors like that on their one ship, and then other turrets are going to start kicking his ass.
Well, yeah, and I mean, and that's what kind of goes with what I was saying earlier. I wish we had some kind of layout of here's our plan of progression, and this is where we're going to end up in 6 months from now. You don't even have to necessarily give me all the details, but say, okay, this month we're going to come out with this, this, and this, and then the next month we're going to come out with this. Just kind of give me an idea of the road plan, because at this point in time, I am not being encouraged to try to get back into PvP like I was, say, last month.
Yeah, I like PvP. That's all I only play the game for, is like base hitting. If that goes out the game, that'll be me gone too.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's going to take everything a while to get balanced, but the way they're going at this point, I don't see how it's going to become balanced if they're coming out.
Right.
It's like, okay, we're going to come out with this unbeatable boat this week, and then we're going to come out with this unbeatable armor next week, and then we're going to come out with this weapon that'll kill everything. Oh, but guess what? Here's a new boat that'll get past that new weapon. But the next month after that, we're going to come out with a new turret that'll kill all three Conqueror hulls that came out already. And it just seems like a big disaster at this point.
Yeah. Well, I basically stopped hitting bases after Monday.
Oh, I didn't think you hit bases once.
No, I'm still hitting them, but I got to tell you that turret wipes me out.
Clubbing baby seals don't count, Ross.
Oh, hey, Ross, after you win your armor in the FM tomorrow, you won't have to worry about that turret anymore.
Right? I mean,
we'll see.
It's getting me, but not all the time. I'm still having some luck in some base designs.
Right. You can't splash in some bases. You can splash out that turret, and you can be all right. I did have some success.
Yep.
I love my sloths. They splash out a lot of bases.
Yeah, I like them. Yours too. I like mine, and they're pretty sweet, but not all bases for sure, And so you have to have something to target, and if there's nothing to target, I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, even as opposed to just splashing out, if you stack up all 5 of your boats, say 3 missile cruisers and 2 onslaughts, and just run them straight down the channel, odds are one of them is going to survive long enough to get to that Howie and kill it.
I doubt it after watching Damnation-n-Hellfire's video.
I don't doubt it because I've seen it happen.
I don't know. Mine died a violent death, but I'll get there. We haven't been out. Yeah.
As it gave me a day or two away from BP. Really.
You know, there's still the Boulder Fest can take a shot from the Howie, but it just can't take a missile.
Ow. My boulder fist take 2 shots and poof.
Well, I meant, yeah, okay. It can't take many.
It's the critical hits that hurt the most.
Right.
So I don't know, but this whole thing will be interesting to watch and see what happens.
Another
Makes
thing.
you wonder. I mean, I think we've all come to the conclusion that in next bounty we're probably going to get a ballistic hull, right? Isn't that kind of the conclusion that we're supposed to come to?
Yeah, we've had a missile, we've had a mortar. It's bound to be a missile
or a rocket
hull. Or
well, I think what clued us most of us into it was probably going to be a ballistic hull, is because last time they came out with the Executioner missile, and then they came out with the missile boat. So since they came out with the Halley turret this time, by following that same flow through, then it should be a ballistic boat.
Correct.
But, we'll have to see if that's what they actually do.
Yeah, that is the consensus.
Yeah, although honestly, it would be nice to see something other than a ballistic boat, because it seems like not tier 7 wise, but other than tier 7, we got a bunch of ballistic boats at the moment. It seems like.
Wait, we don't even know if it's going to be. It could be a defender, right? We don't know, right?
That is true. That is true.
Sure, I'll probably end up being a base hitter, though.
Yeah, we don't got a real tier 7 defender.
Yeah, well, what tier? Yeah, because the Hope, I guess, is 6.5 or whatever.
So yeah, I mean, it could be a defender too.
I don't think they're going to put a pause on hitters at only 2 deep, though. Honestly, because if you remember with the tier 6 holes, we had a lot of hitters before we finally got a defender.
Well, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. My bets are still on a ballistic hitter, but we'll see. I could be totally wrong. But
nope, that's what I'm betting on.
So I guess in the meantime, we're gonna call it. We're good. So yeah, I'm gonna get off here and give my eyes and head a chance to rest, I think. But we definitely appreciate you guys coming out. And as I said at the beginning of the show schedule will be a bit sporadic as far as what day it'll be on for the next couple weeks until we get everything sorted. So just keep an eye on the page, and you'll be able to see when it's happening. And I appreciate you guys hanging in there with us while we get this all sorted out. And give us a thumbs up and a like, share us on your pages, and we will talk to you next time.
Thank you, guys.
Good night.
Yep. Yeah, good night, guys.